cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in too. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in too. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexistence.
What's up, good people, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. I'm your host, Mickey 96, along with Freddie G, K Money, and Slash. Collectively, we are the Minded Men. I want everybody that's on YouTube to go out and subscribe and click the like button. If you're on Twitter, follow us at 52 Scott Podcast, and on IG and Facebook at the 52 Scott Podcast. What's up, good people, and welcome back to another edition of Think Thursday. Today, we are going into the holiday season, so I'm going to be friendly and informational for you guys today. Today's show, are you aware of your surroundings? Like, when you go, especially going to holiday season, going into the Walmarts or the shopping malls, wherever you go to shop, are you aware of your surrounding and what is going on? All right, so I'm going to be a little informational here and friendly. We're going to probably tell a few stories of things that may have happened or could happen or is happening. So right now, I know the most talked about one, it's the walking in the parking lots of a shopping mall and having, especially for women, having your purse on the outside shoulder where the car is driving, and they just drive by and snatch the purse off of you. So if you with your significant other, or if you're just by yourself, put the shoulder on the opposite side, away from the cars that are driving by. Put it on your right side if you're walking to your car. If you're walking away from your car into the store, put it on your left side, away from where the cars are in the parking lot.
Right.
Because they usually just drive by and they just take it right off you. They'll drag you. I've seen some videos where they've even dragged you.
Yeah, you don't want to make it easy for them.
Yeah, so I would say be more careful. Now, I'm going to tell you one that really, really scared me. And I had at this time, I had a Ford Explorer, and it sat up real high. This, I want to say it was 2015 or 14, somewhere in that era. They had a little scam where people would be up under your truck. And as you're getting in, they would like slice your Achilles tendon down where your ankles are. And it just breaks you down, right? So you can't even get up and walk. Wow. And then you're immobile because it can slit both you're not gonna die, but you can't get up.
Yeah, but that's cold.
Yeah. So that one, I ain't gonna lie, I was nerved up for a long time because I was like, you know what? That is one that even if you wanted to fight, you couldn't. I've hit the back of my foot before and sliced it, and I couldn't walk for weeks. Just one foot. That was painful. It didn't go all the way through. So just imagine if they slice it for real into the blood.
That's what I'm trying not to imagine.
So,
How you managed to? You say you ended up slicing yours, and that.
I was in the kitchen. You know me. I be playing around, and I
might regret action.
Yeah, because I was messing with the microwave. I wasn't picking a fight with the microwave. I was messing with the microwave, and then I tried to run. And when I tried to run, the bottom of the cabinet caught between my ankle and the foot, and the cabinet didn't let go. And I kept trying to run, and when it did let go, it sliced that whole. It was not nice. It was not nice. Well, when I say it, that pain, that is something to remember. Yeah. It's like that and a toothache.
You never want to feel that again.
No, not at all. So
I can imagine.
Yeah, exactly. So you fellas, have y'all ever known about any scams or any, especially around this Christmas time? Man, people be jacking and everything. Any bad situation, anything you can just warn people about to watch for?
Well, I've seen some similar stories that you told. One, at a gas station, when you're getting out, make sure you lock your doors, because guys can get in on the other side. And that's the habit that I have that I need to really get better at, because I'm good at just
getting in.
Well, getting out and pumping my gas, not even considering somebody could be going in my vehicle. Yeah. My windows are tinted, so it'd be difficult for me to even see if they were in there in the first place.
Right.
So,
exactly.
Safe thing to do is just to go ahead and lock my door. Once I get out, and
Well, I could say the one advantage that most of us on the panel have. Some of us, if you don't know, already know, listeners, that three of us we're in the military. So, and there's a general order that I always follow, and I can't. It's the longest one, and it's the only one I can remember. As to walk my post in a military manner, keeping always on the alert, and observing everything within sight or hearing. That is my PTSD bug. I cannot stop looking around the corner, looking over my shoulder. That is something they drilled in me, that I am, even when I get in the car, because my car, I lock my doors as soon as I get in.
Yeah.
I don't wait till it drive. As soon as I get in, I lock my doors. I check my back seats. Nobody's after me, but I can say I do like the fact that piece of my PTSD is very acceptable, because now I'm very, very aware of my surroundings. But it's just so many things that I work downtown. And Freddie G, you can attest for this. You work downtown. During Christmas time, people go to lunch, the worst place, and they have their headphones on, not paying attention. Yep. The worst place to do that at. And downtown, I'm always on the alert. Even the pigeons, because the pigeons are aggressive. Mm-hmm. So those things a lot of people don't do. They just think, oh, the world is a better place, and then before you hear kapalaka.
Then too, people were working out, joggers and walkers.
Yes.
When they're walking the tracks and jogging,
yeah,
and they have their headphones on.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't recommend that you put both earbuds in ear at the same.
Exactly.
Do one
on
and leave one
ear
on,
free.
one
off. Yeah.
Now I will say this. I'm gonna tell you guys a story.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have anything to do with somebody being jacked or attacked or anything like that, but it has something to do with someone stealing, right?
Yeah. Pay attention.
Now, here's the thing. I think oftentimes we let our guards down, right? Mm-hmm. We let our guards down, and if somebody looks friendly or inviting,
right,
that's when we let our guards down. So I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with somebody getting jacked or somebody stealing something from another person, but it has everything to do with knowing your surroundings, because I didn't see it, and it happened right on the side of me, and I didn't find out until like a few minutes later that it had happened. So with that being said, I was in the grocery store, in this particular grocery store. So I was pushing my cart, and I get into the meat section. And in this meat section, I saw this lady. She looked like she could have been a Muslim lady. You know how they were wrapped all up, in black. She was all in all black.
Yeah,
right.
And all you could see was her eyes. And so I was pushing my cart, and I passed by her, and she had an odor. I was like, damn, she's strong. In my mind,
right?
She had this odor, right? And so. And I'm like, damn, she's strong, like musty.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I go on about my little deal or whatever. And so I move a little bit further down the meat section, and here she comes down the meat section, a little bit further down where I'm at. And now I already got a whiff of her when I kind of passed by that she musty.
And she coming back with this
But
smell
she coming
again.
closer to me, right?
With this smell again.
With this smell, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm in this meat section. I'm going through this, looking at this meat to pick out me some good meat, right?
Yeah.
And so I do what I need to do. She's down on her end doing what she needs to do. So I'm going on about my business throughout the stores, and so is she. So I go in line to pay for my food. Now, I don't know what line she's in. I've actually kind of forgotten about her a little bit. So now I'm going out, leaving out the store, and I don't need to push the whole cart because all I have is enough just to take my bag out and walk out.
Yeah.
So I don't need to push the whole cart.
Okay.
And so I'm walking out, but lo and behold, the woman, the musty lady, she was a little bit ahead of me.
Just walked out the door.
She was a little bit ahead of me.
That wind
And so
hit it.
she didn't have. Then all I hear was, "Hey, come here."
She blew it back in the building.
And so I turned around. I hear, "Hey, come here." So I turned around because it was aggressive. And I see like a security guard or a cop or whatever, right?
Calling the musty girl.
And so I'm thinking, well, you talking to me for? Then you know I'm already on edge when it comes to uniform.
Right.
Hey, come here. Then they hear it again. I'm looking. So him, then another dude come. They start like jogging. So I just stopped.
Yeah.
They went past me.
Yeah,
and they grabbed the musty lady.
Wow.
Right? Man, they shook her down. Man, all kind of meat and shit. All kind of meat and shit. She was stealing meat. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. I wasn't aware of my surroundings.
Right.
Because I didn't even see her take that meat.
Take the meat.
And my guards were let down because she didn't pose a threat.
Right.
And so, or she didn't seem like she steals.
Right.
Exactly.
So my guards were let down. She stole the meat. And with all that being said, I think a lot of times when we're taken advantage of, or somebody's jacking or whatever, doing whatever, we let our guards down.
You did, because think about it. You were literally her boyfriend that you didn't know about, because y'all walked out together and everything. Y'all went all around the store together on camera. And then,
Did she have a basket when as she was walking in front of you? She didn't have a basket. It
No,
was like
she didn't have a basket. She was like she
just changed her mind on shopping and shit.
Yeah, it was nothing.
Yeah.
I kind of agree.
Huh?
I kind of agree with comedian 96.
Yeah, you were set up. You were the boyfriend that you just didn't know. You was the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Your ass with the jab didn't know the hell going on.
Yeah, and so not knowing, not even thinking, and I wasn't aware of my surroundings. I'm in the store. My guards were kind of let down, and all I know is this musty smell. Let me move around.
Let me get on.
So I'm glad you brought that up. So another incident you need to watch out for. Now, this happened to me personally, but on the other note, I was bad at one point, so I know this. I know this tactic. I used it. I know somebody that used it. It's called the front and follow. It's usually done by 3 to 4 people. Anything more than 4 that looks suspect, so you probably won't fall for it. But it's usually done by 3 people. And what happens is it's usually done at a club or a bar late at night. They've already scoped you out. They're looking. They've seen what you're driving, what you're spending. They watching you. All right. So normally at the end of the club, as you're walking out, they'll make sure that either the first person, one person will walk in front of you. All right. Now the 2 behind you. This is called the front and follow tactic. Now, the cops use it too. The 2 behind you, what they're doing, as you're walking out, they're behind you. However, they're guiding you to the first person that you walked out behind, which is the other setup guy. So when you get out the club, when you try to turn right, the guys in the back are going to make sure you don't turn right. You're going to make sure you turn left, or whichever way that they're going to guide you to make sure that you're in a position to be jacked. So best thing to do on that, when you're walking out, you're by yourself, notice your surroundings. You see 2 guys in front of you, or a guy behind you, or opposite, 1 guy behind you, 2 guys in front. Something ain't right. just the best thing to do, turn back around. That is your best bet. That's even when you're running from police. LOL. Turn back around. You'll get away every time. Every time. Turn back around and go back to where you were going and start over. When you get outside, you'll see them trying to figure out what they're going to do next, their next move. You'll see that every time. That works 100% of the time. Unless they're bold enough to just do what they're going to do right there in the club.
You confused them.
Yeah, you confuse them. Now they trying to recalculate.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing. So be careful when you're out in public on that too. Especially if you come out, you've been buying up town, buying up bottles.
Well, even more so because of the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
They're waiting. They're waiting. They're
so
waiting.
You gotta know that they're out there, and it's gonna be a lot of newer stuff that nobody ever seen. They always come up with something different.
Every time.
It's been going on for a while.
For a while. I can say this. I've been being in the military, I've been all over. I've been to Virginia, New York, Boston, Houston, San Diego, Oakland, Oklahoma. I'm going to tell you that Oakland is something else. They are a different breed. So be careful out there.
Right.
They are a different breed. But on a funnier note, Freddie G was talking about, it's stealing. I was one time I was I was out shopping myself, and okay, let me stop lying. I was shopping, but this is a long time ago. I was shopping and I was preparing to do something. I was thinking about it.
You was shoplifting.
Yeah.
I wasn't shoplifting yet. I was thinking about it at this present time. I was saying, well, I might buy it, or I might. This is years ago, man. This is over 20 years ago. I was young, dumb, and just dumb. And something in my mind said, don't do that, right? So as I'm in there was two other guys in there. I'll never forget. He had a red hat. He was back, and they was just acting so hood. Yeah, fool. Yeah, when I'm gonna go out to the thing, man, I'm telling you, man, it's going down. And, I'm thinking, oh, I'm comfortable, right? I'm comfortable in my shell. Well, there were two girls that were a little bit more comfortable than I, because it was just me, them two, and then those two girls. They immediately, when they them dudes start acting like all gangster like that, yeah, fool, yeah, we gonna go to. They start stealing immediately because they thought the dudes was hood. Man, as soon as they finished stealing, they say, "Put your hands on the." Man, they was cops, dog.
Wow.
That I'm gonna tell you, that was the most scariest. I said, had I stole, I'd have been out of there because I think he was watching both of us. I wasn't going to. It was on my mind, but I wasn't going to. I was in that midst of, should I pay for it? Should I not? Should I pay for it? Should I not?
Do you recall if this is around Christmas time?
It was.
Okay.
It was. I want to talk about this. Every incident I'm talking about is going to be around Christmas time, because that's really. Don't get me wrong. You need to be careful at all times, but Christmas especially, during the holiday season,
main time.
They start jacking around October, November, December.
Yeah,
so
gotta be paying attention.
you need to be paying attention these next 3 months. That's why I'm doing this show so early, because I think a lot of people need to be aware of their surroundings.
I agree.
So, Freddie G, what do you got on your mind over there, man?
I got it, Freddie G. Folks also got to consider, when they go to the banks, man, how, to be aware, especially even in a drive-through, because folks can be watching you. The drive-through ATMs, that is.
Right.
Right.
Folks could be watching you, and as soon as you get your money, could be right there, ready to jack you for your cheese. So you definitely got to be aware of your surroundings when you're driving up through these drive-through ATMs.
Yep.
And even when you just coming out the bank, any business you're doing at the bank, period, I think folks need to be aware.
All the way till you get home. You
Yeah.
gotta watch when you get out the car
Especially
at
if
home.
you're doing some transactions where you taking money out.
Exactly.
Because you never know who's
People
watching.
you.
And just like you mentioned a few minutes ago, sir, comedian comedian. It could be more than one person in on it. One person could be scoping you out. Another person can have another role in. So you just got to be aware and like you were saying, you know, your PTSD, that part of your PTSD actually has become a blessing because it caused you to be more aware.
More aware.
And
Yep.
we definitely all need to be in that, you know, in that mind state, you know, when visiting the bank.
Yeah, so yeah, with that, man, I want to go ahead and close and just say, everybody, man, is going to the holiday season. Please be careful. We out. This concludes our show for today, and if you haven't done so already, follow us on Twitter at 52 Stop Podcast, also IG and Facebook at the 52 Stop Podcast. Also, like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for Black Friday. See you all soon.